It's Madden NFL 24. Up next, we'll get...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a pick of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early. For many teams,
he's off.
Now we want to know how these guys can
don't laughing.
So we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Mahomes
to throw once more. And incomplete and dropped there in the middle third of the field. Second down.
Mike, are you playing Mike now?
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league. Now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones, things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any
My
game,
shoe.
takeaways are always a big key.
My shoe.
Always discussed on
Oh, let's
defense.
go. Go, go, go. Let's go.
And touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So on the other side of the field now,
It's pull up my head.
Things rolling on this drive.
Something happened.
Oh, he tried to
Oh, let's go.
Intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and 1, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. And this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10. And with him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he found that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, after last week, where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't got it.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Are you okay with that?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
What did you kill me?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. London about set to take over on offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They go play action with Richardson. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 66 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On first down, Richardson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Richardson back to throw it. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It fights him off. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against him. Have to know where you are on the field.
And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Richardson, a short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 29, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking middle, and that's complete. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. Now Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. Now Richardson yet again. Open man here is Conklin. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Richardson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trent McDuffie.
Hey, can you put my slippers for me? Okay.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Coleman has it here right side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Echo, down, down.
There. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second.
Oh, no, this matters. Video game.
There, a little bit more of it in the second half.
Unable to corral him, he fights through.
It's a slow sim. Madden League.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to our message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Nope.
11 yards on the pickup there. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Oh, yeah.
Big yardage, another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So that wipes away a big play on the penalty for illegal touching on the outside.
And that's one as a receiver where a lot of times you don't even realize that you've even done it. But just one foot goes over the chalk, and you're the first to touch it when you come back in. That's going to be a penalty.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Monarchs have cut it back within a score. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And a reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices, extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Oh my goodness.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. London about set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And his throw is incomplete. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Richardson looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes.
Oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
London about set to take over on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you get a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and before he can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
That's good for 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
Where you put everything.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
And
I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
They shakes him off. Dancing to it.
Oh, let's go!
Anthony Richardson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Monarchs have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now Richardson.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throwing it
I did 15 as a catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Yeah, so.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Mahomes on target here to Hardman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
76. Yeah.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side.
He gets away from one. And now the juke. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger.
Mahomes to throw once more.
The short throw pulled in by Woods.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6.
Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he will find his man on the outside. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it winds.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Richardson.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
George Karlaftis able to get him for a loss of about 3.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
A short throw pulled in by Woods. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
In motion right, that's Hardman. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Well, the turn and run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
Yeah, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So now Las Vegas down by 7. A minute 37 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Richardson to throw it. Finding Watkins.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his head. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now Richardson.
And his throw here's incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Richardson.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
Here's Richardson.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now Richardson.
And this one is incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This one came right down to the wire. Led CD to that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Kansas City, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for London, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I can't leave him. We're gonna be okay. Destiny, you have to go. You? Did you use your powers? Yeah. I did. God, honest.
Get out of here. It's us. Come on.
Now they're going through Idaho.
Damn.
Okay, they're the ones that are chasing.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Okay.
It's been 132 days since the government fell. The supply chains are all but broken. They're calling this the crumble. We'll keep broadcasting this as long as we can, or till the lights fade out in the studio. We'll be here with you, riding this out, hopefully to its end.
Rosie John never wanted children.
she felt those first little kicks, she made a choice. She'd give up everything to be a mother.
Once upon a time, the three little pigs built three little houses. But the big nice wolf wouldn't allow it. Because those three pigs were bullies. And the wolf, he just wanted to make the village a nicer place to live.
And that was about to change forever.
I see you're still doing your art. Your sister misses you. Nothing? You sound hungry. I really love when all the supermarkets are empty. You had to fight someone for the last few cans. Well, I shouldn't go on. I just thought you should know about your father. Can I come back? He loved you so much. But when you did to him, when you got pregnant, it was a mistake. I can't. My hand hurts. Not in our family. The fact that your children came out the way they did just made everything worse. It happened to everybody. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Mother, but I can't do this alone anymore. I'm ready to come back home. I need my family again. How many are there? Would you like to see?
Oh.
This is Bruno. It's what you've always wanted. Baby boy.
Oh no.
How'd you do everything? How'd you think? Your sister will be so glad to see you. Thank you so much. I promise you, I won't let you down again. Leave the onesies. What are they gonna wear? Muzzles.
See, John always wanted a normal life. Her mother got in the way.
Oh.
The doctor, he got an accident. British or something. I got a big home with him, and a real heckler chick. The big guy said they were heading to the coast. Next week, I think.
Hello.
Yeah. My wife and boy. The sick took him last year. So, what's the reward for calling me a dear kid?
Your family gets to live.
Oh shit.
Who's Zane?
I believe it's Joan. And you met her already. Going out a summit at the zoo.
The scary lady?
You've had a good long time, Gus.
Right now, she's the last warlord standing. After Texas fell, it was a war to control the southern territories. Her family came home to us.
Agriculture, fuel.
Don't forget childbirth.
Childbirth.
She starts a maternity watch. She brings in expectant mothers from all over the country. Robert knew all about her.
I don't want to know what she does with them.
She's trying to restart human birth.
So why did she want Gus? Because I'm the first. Whatever's inside me started everything. Hybrids and the sick.
John must think that you're the key to getting what she wants.
I wonder who gave her that idea.
But Gus isn't a kid, right?
That's right. At least not in the traditional medical sense.
God, this again.
Can't just say shit like that and expect it to make sense.
The days of hoping serums and antigens might save us are long gone. But John is right about something. Gus is the key to fixing everything.
What does this all have to do with the kid?
I believe that the Captain Factor found what he was looking for. Whatever he did in that cave, caused a sick. That's why we have to get it back there, sir. Second, I do it.
Forget, put that on him.
You don't understand. If we don't get Gus to that cave, every human on Earth will be dead in a matter of weeks, if not days, including the people in this car.
It will allow stem cell extraction on a living specimen. I do have to warn you, whatever you use this on won't survive the procedure.
Show me how it works. Willow, get over here a sec. Come on. So good. Go on now.
I want to position the tip here.
Between the vertebrae.
Right, yeah.
And then,
You want to make sure you go straight in, not at an angle.
how deep?
All the way.
It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll have a front row seat to watch Hollywood Brown. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Oh, Christ, they can't do anything.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the L.A. Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January.
Let's pray the same can't be said for her. And let's put together a search for her. The reason I called you all here is I'm looking for volunteers.
Too bad she's not here. Don't look at the shit that no one can find.
Listen, I get she might have come off a little obsessive to some of us.
Someone said she was going back.
She was headed to Juneau to look for Trollo or something.
She's looking for that cave again.
No, that Kate made up. Always was.
Well, none of that explains the dead fella. Now, I don't have any proof, but it is my belief that
How you doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey. It ain't 11:30. Mom gets picked
You guys good on driving? Are you guys stalking me in there now?
Yeah, the whole time.
Were you guys active?
Yeah.
Well, did I do good?
Yeah, we both were sitting there all the time you guys were gone.
Yeah, I don't
Who's the
know.
dead guy?
No, I mean, tell him
Oh, he's from Florida.
How did you even make it
No, I did good. I did good. Road tripping.
His dad was hilarious. He was acting like a little kid. A little kid.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
I know.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Good time.
He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game.
It's
so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we can have some great matchups.
3rd down and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
That's complete to Robinson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic play.
Herbert has it knocked free. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A give for Edwards running right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
That is taken in by Hurst. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now here's Mahomes.
Open man right side is Rice.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes it to Miller.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Miller on the catch over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Davis now to return it. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, here's Herbert. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Herbert now. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you're going to get an easy 3? Instead, you turn it into 6.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Mahomes now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field.
Now, looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive line coach.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not a...
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Edwards. 103 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Edwards. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing now is Mahomes as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Returnable here for Davis. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, it's Herbert. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Herbert back to the air. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock. There he goes, right side. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 21.
Third quarter starts with a run from Spiller.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Justin Herbert. This is caught by Robinson. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Herbert on first down now. Man open is Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Again, Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Draw play, Spiller. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Mahomes now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now here's Mahomes. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes the offense and Hayden Hurst. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go with Edwards left side. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. On the handoff, Edwards. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass for...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes firing complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert now. It's complete to Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
An 18-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That is caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And again, it's Mahomes. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And quickly they get to the line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now here's Mahomes.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
Now Mahomes. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
And he is going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains.
That's complete right around the 8.
Here's 2nd down. Mahomes. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9. Mahomes.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. From the gun, a run by Spiller.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And he will have a Charger 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chargers, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Something to